What is going on, your boys? It is your boy Cyrus Obsidian here at Obsidian Games, here to bring you another combo tutorial. So you guys asked for it, and we're gonna give it our virtual world combo tutorial, how to play the deck, show some test videos, some test hands, and we'll see how well you guys can take virtual world. Let me know down in the comments below if you build it, and if you take it to locals, let me know how you do, so we can collaborate together to see if there's anything that we can change on to help you in your locals. So let me show you some changes that I made to the deck profile, and then we'll jump into a combo tutorial. All right, so here we have our deck profile. There were some changes that we made. Notably, we took out the Hovness, the Shaddoll Beast, and the Shaddoll Winda from the deck build. So we decided to put in the place of Beast and Hovness in the main deck. We decided to put 2 copies of Triple Tactics Talent. Otherwise, everything else is still the same. And then we decided in the extra deck, we put in Totem Bird, really so that way we can stop evenly matched if we are fearing evenly matched. And that also had us make some changes in the side deck as well. So we did keep the Ghost Mourners and the Veilers, but this time we decided to put in Droll and Lockbird, as we saw how impactful Droll and Lockbird could have been the last time in our locals. We figured that it would still be a good one and a good card that would be impactful for coming locals, as that card is really going to help define somewhat of what the meta is going to look like. Otherwise, the deck is still the same. We are playing the 3 copies of Fenrir, the 3 Lili, 3 Lao, 3 Lu, 2 Nian, 3 Gigi, with the triple Ash, the triple Keyloon, the 2 Tactics, 3 Pot of Desires, 1 Called By, 3 Etelli, 2 King Long, 3 Infern, 2 Chooch, and 1 Zangwu. Now, there could be an argument made for King Long being put to 3. So far in my testing, I like having it at 2. 3, I always seem to have seen it in my hand, but I mean, there was one duel where I ended up seeing King Long, Chooch, and Zangwu. So you just kind of have to roll with it as you see. And then the extra deck still the same, minus the Winda, of course. We are playing the Final Sigma, the Zolkin, Baron, Shen, Crystal Wing, Juju, Coral, Stardust Charge, with the Zeus, the Typhon, the number 39 Utopia Beyond, the Ptolemy M7, Beatrice, Lars, and Totem Bird. And then the side deck, as we noted the 3 hand traps earlier, we also did play Evenly, Cyclone, and Duster, just for more board breaking capabilities. But you may change it as you please. This is just what I feel comfortable playing with at the moment, and the deck is totally changeable depending on your liking and also dependent on your locals. So now that I've shown you the updates that I've made to the deck, let's hop into a duel real fast. That way I can show you like some of the combos that the deck plays, because really there is no like 1 card combo that this deck has. You have to play with the hand that you're given, and so depending on what hand you have is what your combo will be. So here we've got Lulu, Imperm, Ash, Etelli, and Lili. Honestly, not a bad start, because we'll just go ahead and chuck off the Etelli and results. So we're going to go ahead and special out Nian, and then we're going to go ahead and use Lulu here. We're going to target the Nian, and we're going to send our Zangwu to grave. So that way we can grab our Virtual World Keyloon and add that to our hand, because we want the Keyloon so that way we can go ahead and place Chooch face up. So right as soon as we get Chooch face up, we have the Lili, we have synchro opportunities here, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and synchro summon here. We're going to our Coral Dragon. Then we're going to go ahead and activate Lili. We're going to go ahead send the... I think we're going to go ahead and send King Long here. And then we're going to go ahead and send another. I think in this case, it'd be good if we sent the GG. And then we're going to go ahead and just go straight into Zolkin. So we have an Imperm that we can set, but we're also going to draw off of Coral Dragon. Cool, we got Fenrir, which does nothing for us at this point. So we're going to go ahead and set the Imperm. We're going to trigger Ultimaya. Typically, I like to have another Synchro on the field, so that way Ultimaya resolves better. but we didn't. So we're gonna go ahead, now that we've got Crystal Wing on the field, we're gonna go ahead and use King Long to search. And we're gonna go ahead and search out Lao Lao, and we're gonna get rid of the Fenrir. So we don't need the Fenrir any at this point, so we're gonna go ahead and just kind of set up our board. And this is under, so that we're now nib proof, which is cool. We're gonna go ahead and we'll send Nian to special out the Lao Lao, and then special out the Gigi. And then we're gonna go ahead and trigger off our Nian here. And will special itself as a tuner, but is then banished, which comes up if you are playing, what's the card? If you are playing Pot of Desires. We'll go ahead and use charge, don't use Nan, because Chooch is now live. Go ahead and draw one. Oh, would you look at that, Desires. Lo and behold. So, we have options here. We can go and activate Zongwu to revive any of our cards that are in the graveyard. Or any of our virtual world cards, monsters, sorry. And I'm thinking of going into Lili, so that way we can go ahead and go into Evolzar Lars. And there is also the option to just go Pot of Desire, so just be greedy and draw two. So you know what? I think we'll go that. We'll just go ahead and just go Desires to draw two. And would you look at that? We open into Etali. It's a darn shame that we don't have a valid or a non-tuner. So we'll go ahead and use Zongwu. So let's see, because we can go into Shen Shen now that we have Etali. So I think we'll go revive the Lili. And then we'll discard the Lao Lao. And then here we can go into Evolzar Lars. We'll go ahead and use Lao Lao and Lili for Lars. Oh my goodness, do we not have any? Ooh, that's bad. We lost all of our tuners. Well, that's a shame. I could normal summon the Ash. And that gives us a tuner to go into Shen Shen, since most decks don't like Shen Shen. You know what? Well, we're gonna do it. Go ahead and do it. We're gonna go into Shen Shen. Because if this deck that we're playing against is reliant on the graveyard, they're kind of boned. So we'll just pass turn there. So we've got a Chooch that's live. Oh, this would have been great to have had the Ash. Yeah, we ain't gonna let that resolve. Go ahead and use Lars to negate that Smashing Ground. That's a lot of cards set. And we're gonna just go ahead and pop that. I'm gonna go ahead and shuffle back our Nians, that way we can use it. Fenrir, why do you always just keep on showing up? This is the one downside. We don't have any cards for follow-up since we got greedy with Desires. Honestly, the results would have been still the exact same had we had not used. Wow. We'll go ahead and activate Etali then. Special. We'll trigger off the Nian that's in our graveyard. I can't believe that happened. That really sucked. In hindsight, probably should have just done that in the first place. But we live and we learn. We're gonna go ahead and shuffle back one of our Lulus. Yeah, I really wish Chooch could target face downs and not just face up cards. That's fine with me. Juju can be destroyed. So we're just gonna go ahead and just nitpick our opponent's back row with our lovely little Juju. So we can go ahead and just one by one banish stuff to tear it apart. And since Nan was banished, we'll go ahead and use Nan. We're gonna shuffle back Gigi. Go ahead and activate Lily here, target Chooch. Go ahead and send King Long so we can get a search. And yeah, we'll send Yan to grave. Go ahead and activate King Long. Go ahead and grab Gigi. Discard Fenrir. Yeah, too bad I don't have a card I can set. Go ahead and target there. Go ahead and send it on Woo. Special. Trigger off Yan. Love the fact that I can trigger so many times. Yeah, if it wasn't for Ultimaya being in the extra monster zone, I would go into Geomathnic Final Sigma. So that's the one part that this deck does run into, is that if Ultimaya is left untouched in that extra monster zone, he just kind of sits there forever, which isn't always a good thing, and you just kind of have to deal with it, which is unfortunate. We'll switch into attack. Let's see what happens. Please let there be. You have gotta be kidding me. This homie had Mirror Force too. Dark Mirror Force. Well, now I lost Ultimaya, so that's cool. Just move towards end phase, resolve Gigi, which is really cool that Gigi resolves during the end phase. We're gonna go ahead and add Lao to hand. Man. I really wish the simulator would let me trigger off effects more fast. Okay, now that we can go into Geomathnic Final Sigma, we're going to do that. So we'll go ahead and just send Yan Yan. Repeat the whole process. Wash, rinse, repeat. Go ahead, special, go into Sigma. That's game, right? Nope, it's not. Thankfully, we've got Shen Shen, so go ahead and just go into Shen Shen here. Yeah, let's banish Nan. Why not? Nan is such a good card for this deck. Just keep recycling your face down banished cards. And I love the fact that it's target any of your banished, because then you're not having to worry about like having to target a face up banished. So that's one sample hand. We'll go ahead and just show you what another one is. Yeah, so this is more of a booty hand. Opening. Oh, would you look at that? We drew into another Fenrir. So we'll go ahead, special Fenrir. We'll go Fenrir effect. We'll go ahead and grab another Kashtira Fenrir. And we're going to hope and pray that our desires gets us something good. And it does. What cost though? So Lulu's Quaalude, Lulu, a triple attack, Infirm, Lily, another Quaalude, another Lily. Okay, so it's livable. It's livable. So we'll go ahead and activate this face up. We're gonna go ahead and activate target, because we want to avoid using our normal summon. We'll go ahead, Senzong Wu special, and then we're gonna go ahead and grab. At this point, we're just gonna go for game. So we'll go ahead and grab Lao. So, and here's our case where we can go straight into Baron. And then we're going to go ahead and activate our Lao. We'll target here. We're going to go ahead and send our Nyan special. And then we'll go ahead and revive the Lulu. In this case, we will not use Nyan here. We'll go ahead and activate this here. We'll go ahead and target Lao, so that way we can send our King Long, so we can get our search. And then here we will trigger off Nyan to special summon itself. And then we'll go ahead and synchro into Charge Warrior. We'll go ahead and go Chainlink 1 charge, Chainlink 2 Nyan. Go ahead and shuffle back one of the Lilies. Yeah, we'll let those all resolve. We'll draw. Oh, cool. We'll go ahead and use Zhongwu here to special our GG. And then we'll discard the Lao. We'll go ahead and Synchro Summon again. We'll go into Coral Dragon this time. You know, like I said, when you go into Ultimate, you definitely want to have another Synchro, but in this case, we are just going to go into Geomathematic Final Sigma. We'll use Coral to draw one. Cool, E-Telly. Go ahead and use our King Long now. Since we have a Lily in our deck, we'll go ahead and search us the Lily. And we'll discard a Fenrir since we don't need Fenrir. We'll go ahead and target Lao so that way we can go ahead and dump the Chooch for just follow-up special. Go ahead and send Quaylune. And then we're going to go into number 39, Utopia Beyond. One of my favorite ways to close a duel. So rather than use Baron's Pop on the monster, we just go ahead and move towards battle. Deal 6,000 there, and then we swing for another 3K for game. So yeah, there are cool hands like that where you still end with like 4 cards. Of course, you've got like 2 Ash and 2 Fenrirs, as you saw, and then we had the E-Telly and then drew into Desires. Desires is what really came in clutch there. Had Desires not resolved, we would have been playing a really painful game. But that's pretty much just like 2 test hands. Some really good, like, I guess 2-card combos would be like, that's the thing, you really need more than just 2 cards. You do need your entire hand, like I said earlier, for Virtual World to really like be viable and playable. So there's no like 1-card combo, 2-card combos. Sure, there are like combos that you could do, they just don't end a very substantial board. I think the best that you can roll with is probably like a 3-card. For my build specifically, it'd be Fenrir, E-Telly, and Lulu. So you go, Fenrir, E-Telly, into Lulu, go Lulu, target the Lulu, send the Zhongwu to grave so you can add the Quaylune special, and yeah, you kind of just play it like that. It's not ideally like great or anything, but it's a board you can set up. But yeah, so that's it for this video. If you like the combo, like and subscribe, leave a comment down below on what you'd like to see, and we'll just pass it over to you, Duelist, and we'll catch you in the next one.